right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Grass Valley Podcast. Today we got a really important, good topic and a very special guest, my brother Neil Daly. Welcome.
What up?
What's up, brother?
Not much.
How's life? Hey, baby, congratulations once
Baby.
again. You're a dad?
43 with a 10-month-old, yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I've always thought about how you and Jackie both be such good parents, and it came, and I'm stoked.
Yeah, we were talking about wanting to have kids, and then it was like, oh, do we adopt? Because we're like getting to that age, you know, or you got to start, okay, how are we going to do this? And then I swear it was like 2 weeks later. She's like, oh, I think I'm pregnant. I was like, oh, shit, we're doing this.
God works in mysterious ways. Yeah, no, that was kind of like calling, you know. I thought that, you know, I was like, is he ever going to have kids? He's getting, you know, and then one day.
Getting old,
He just comes over with his girlfriend that already has 2 kids. She's pregnant, and now they have 2 themselves, so 4 kids.
Oh, snap, he's got 4 kids.
4 of them.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't even see my brother. He's
he's
work,
done.
kids.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
He's got the fat dad bod going on that he used to tease me about.
That's
that you got now.
Yeah. Well, quitting smoking.
Yeah,
too,
you quit.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Quit smoking.
You smoked cigarettes forever.
Yeah, I didn't want my. It was hard. I liked smoking cigarettes. I wasn't one of those people that like, oh, I shouldn't smoke. I liked it.
Yeah.
But once we figured out I was having a kid and stuff, and it's like, I learned a weird psychology thing about smoking and kids, like not just them seeing you smoking, but the smell. You hold your baby and you comfort your baby and you smell like cigarettes. It creates this weird psychological trigger in their brain. Jeez. That when they get older and they smell cigarettes, this like comfort comes over them that they don't even know. They can't even explain. You know what I mean? So they're like crazy more likely to smoke just from smelling the cigarettes in a comfortable situation.
Yeah, you would.
So I was like, I don't even want to mess with any of that. And yeah, I just quit, and then getting the surgery on my teeth and stuff. And it was like the doctor wouldn't even fuck with me if I had nicotine in my system.
Yeah,
so.
You could die. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, he's like,
they make sure that you don't.
He's like, people come back and say stuff went wrong, and it's because they were smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, it's true.
So
just like when you get your wisdom teeth pulled or a tooth pulled, if you smoke that poison, that suction.
Yeah. I went there the day before and did blood work, and like a week before and did blood work, and he's like, if you have nicotine in your system, like I won't even fuck with you. It's not like
that's a good doctor.
It's not like I won't do the surgery.
Yeah.
I won't even have you as a patient after that because I can tell you're not taking it serious.
Yeah, good doctor.
That all led to.
But just like in the wild, you know, with the kid thing, like you're saying, with the smell and the cigarette thing, like just like in the wild, the animals can smell things, you know, humans can't, especially, you know, well, for example, let's say a girlfriend or a wife that can't stand weed or the smell of weed, and you smoke weed and you don't smell it, and she's like, ew, you smell like it. It's like, what? Washed my hands, this and that.
And it's crazy how much
still on you.
It's crazy how much that shit actually stinks. Like
it does. It's very
my helper, one of the guys that works with me, he still smokes, and we'll be outside or something. I'm like, ew, get the fuck away from me. You smell like booty hole. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like
it's gross,
you don't realize how strong it actually is till you stop and you're like, holy shit, that's what cigarettes smell like.
Your senses come back.
Dude, my taste, being able to actually taste food.
Yeah.
I used to like salt, bro. I used to like salt shit that already had hell of salt. And now I'm like, oh, this is too salty. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. But all good stuff. Kids bring good stuff into people's lives.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from kids. I'm learning so much. Now, I've learned a lot from kids just in general, but, you know, because I've had like Orlando, Dublin, Zarin, but Ocean.
The whole age group,
But having a daughter and just, you know, real intimate, like single dad, daughter stuff, she's teaching me so much stuff about not just life, but women. A lot about
being
women.
a girl dad is way different for sure. I mean, you know the stuff about boys already, but then learning the stuff.
Yeah,
about
I never
girls,
had a sister,
yeah.
And it's like at 40. It's like at the age I'm at. And it's really good thing for me. You know, like God works in mysterious ways. Like you said you're 43. Well, I definitely need to know that stuff about women if I'm ever going to survive a relationship with one.
True.
And I'm learning a lot.
Well, we've had that conversation, like not dissing anybody out there that maybe didn't have a good upbringing or something, but you learn a lot about when you being around kids. You learn a lot about how somebody grows into an adult and like where they get certain things and certain thought processes.
And with that said, dude, our topic today is fear of failure, and that ties into that too, because you were talking about that. and you know, just the fear of failure. Those things kind of start from childhood things.
100%.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing. Like, I don't know, everybody just having like some success in my life, and not like, I always feared failing too. Everybody does. And even being like having a successful business, it's still present. But
well, how about this? For example, I'm proud of you, so proud of you, bro. Like, out of all my, we by the way, me and Neil, we grew up together. We've been in high school together.
All the way back to 3 R's.
Yeah, all the way back to 3 R's. So I've seen his growth. He's seen me. He's seen my growth, and he's seen me go through a lot of things. But man, I just got to say this: like, you are very successful, and I mean very successful in Nevada County, Grass Valley, and you worked hard for that. So, like, I've seen you from scratch. Go, like, the way that you take care of your tools, bro, and when you're done with a job, the way that you deal with the customers, eye contact, you're a professional, and I'm just got to say that. And so with that said, here's all this success that you went after, that you did, that you're doing still. So it's like the fear of failure, you know what I mean? Like, we talked about this already, so I thought it would be a great topic, but get into that, because you being so successful, what it took you to get there. You know, I remember you telling me about like the fear of this and that, and you just gotta go for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lifestyle thing though too. Like, some people, like, obviously, like, OCD plays a big part in that, and ADHD or whatnot. Like,
yeah,
being such
you're a little
freak
clean
about
freak
shit.
about some shit.
I used to, and honestly, I spent a good portion of my life like fighting that, and like this, like, I shouldn't be like the blah blah. And then it's like I finally just kind of embraced it and like let it be a part of me and let it guide me. But it's like, it's a lifestyle thing, so it's like, I don't know how to put it into words.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like some people that are chaos, or that it's just chaos can overflow and go into your work, can go into your personal life, can go into your, and it's like, I'm such an organized, meticulous, well thought, like everything I do is thought out to the T. And it creates it creates anxiety and some problems in some situations because you overthink things.
Yeah.
And you got to find that balance. But that whole fear thing, and it's like, I think that's what drives me though too, is the fear of failure. But what stops a lot of people is like not even taking those steps. Like, that's why I'm always encouraging everybody I know that, like, if they even try to talk to me about having an idea or having like, so I'm like, go do it. What are you doing? Why are you fucking waiting? Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to be back to right in this moment.
Yeah, dude, or totally like
That's
what you were saying yesterday when I was working at your house, like how you said, you know, when you're so worried about how you're going to, you know, you got an issue with somebody and you're so worried how you're going to approach that person. And you were like, dude, 9 times out of 10, usually when you get there, it's not even as bad as you thought. You know
fear of conflict too goes with fear of failure. And like, I've had a couple people in life, my lady included, that just didn't. And like, a lot of ladies are like that. They're just like afraid of confrontation. And it's like, I'm one of those people that like wants to get to the bottom of it immediately, wants to face it head on, wants to figure out a solution. But some people don't work like that.
And you got to give them their space and time
you got, like,
to process it, right?
My lady, she's got to process. She's got to walk away for a minute. Yeah. She's got to figure it out. But I've learned from her to take that, like, okay, wait for a minute and, you know, let it process, and like, and she's kind of also learned and came around like, okay, the quicker we figure this out.
Yeah, totally. Compromise.
But it's like, it's never as bad as you think it's going to be, whether it's a problem with a client or a problem with a friend or a problem with a family member. Just sit down and talk it out. And
just do it. And you know, I feel like another big word here, approach. The way you approach somebody.
100%.
If you approach somebody with a hostile, even if it's a hostile energy or they can sense it, you know, like, energy is big, and the way you talk to somebody is big too. So like, if you approach somebody in a certain way, you might just be able to get through to them. But if you're approaching them like an asshole, you might not have good results.
For sure. And that goes into life and business too. You know, I had I had a guy.
Oh, I see you out there getting tested by people. Holy shit.
All the time, yeah, all the time.
And you deal with it well.
Well, and I'm not. You can't be afraid to stand up for yourself too. I mean, you don't want to. You can't let people walk all over you.
No, you can't let people do that. You do a good job. That's what I mean, though. Is you do a good job with the balance and the discernment. Like, hey, this asshole online is badgering me. We're not letting that go down. No, but the way you deal with it, it's professional too.
Well, it's like a post I made online a while ago on Instagram about branding somebody's floor, and I put it was just a 15-second video, 10-second video of me putting my brand in someone's hardwood floor.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm putting our mark wherever we go. That's all I said. And the amount of people that responded that were like, oh, you're not putting that in my fucking floor and blah, blah, blah. You're a piece of shit. Like people talking hell.
Jesus.
Oh, bro, it was crazy. And it's like some people would just like let people get away with that shit. But
yeah, you and I never have.
I'm like, bro, like when people would say, oh, you putting advertising in my floor. I'm like, if you think this is advertisement, you don't get it.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, you would never put hardwood floors in my house. And
what was up with that recent dickhead that was just like,
that was from that video. By
the way, who does those videos, dude? Those are professional.
Yeah, Banner. Shout out to Jake Captain at Banner Mountain Media and Calvin.
Shout out.
And Kai and just their whole
those
crew.
Are professional, man.
Yeah,
those are like real deal commercials you'd see on TV or something.
Yeah, I found one of the best things in business is to always like watch. That's another thing with like fear of failure is like people get jealous of like how other people are succeeding.
No shit.
And I've always used that as like a thing. Like I watch them from the sidelines and cheer them on and see what they're doing and what I'm not doing.
Yeah.
And so MEC.
Dude, I learn a lot from you.
MEC Builds or MEC Roofing, or I think they're MEC Builds now, but I've been silently cheering them from the sidelines, watching their company just grow into this multi-million-dollar entity over the past 6 or 7 years. And I'm sitting there thinking,
why be a hater?
I see their commercials and I see Haven and Matt on there doing their commercials. And I'm like, who is doing their social media? And I just thinking it and like Facebook reading your thoughts, you know, like the next day a video popped up of Jake saying, oh, we work with
algorithm.
Yeah, we work with MEC, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I contacted Jake and yeah, they've been great, man, doing the commercials and putting everything online for me.
Yeah, that's really professional stuff there, man.
Well, you hit a point in business, and again, like fear of failure. Like, it was scary when I opened my business and like going out on my own and like trying to build clientele and like still kind of working for some other contractors as I was trying to build my own thing. It's like, yeah, that was scary. But then again, even just because you succeed a little bit doesn't mean like you should stop, and that fear of failure is still there because I'm like, oh, I want to go to the next step,
but
I'm afraid of not being able to make it to that next step.
Totally.
And it's like, well, and finally I had to tell myself again, like I did when I opened my business, like you're already doing good, you're just going to be back to where you're at. You know what I mean? You're just going to like be back to this point in time. And so it was like, okay.
And you never know until you do it.
It's like, okay, take that next step. Yeah. And since I've been doing this advertising, I mean, Banner Mountain Media has a lot of different packages that you can purchase from them. And mine is kind of expensive, but they do a lot of commercials. They take over your social media. And I'm like, fuck, do I really want to spend that kind of money on this? I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, just do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I can go back to what I was doing before. And it's like, it's already paid itself off. Yeah. I've only been doing it for 4 months, and the amount of jobs I've secured, because when my clients call, I say, how do you hear about me? And now a good chunk of people, oh, we saw you on Facebook. We saw your Facebook ads.
Let me say something real quick. First of all, the way that you carry yourself, and also your vehicles. So like yesterday when we were loading that wood, people just come up to you randomly and start talking to you. They hear you talking, like some guy heard us talking, and then you just broke down and you educated that guy professionally and quickly too on that wood that comes from Kentucky.
My neighbor.
Which, by the way, that wood, that's so amazing that those old Kentucky, what are the
Kentucky whiskey oak
from
old bourbon and whiskey barns,
dude. That's some professional shit, bro.
Yeah, so trying to hit a side of the market that's like just not something that you just go buy from a big box flooring shop, not knocking any of those people that buy from them or those companies that do their thing, but I'm trying to do things different.
But my point is like you're driving through advertising professionally because of how you take care of your tools. I mean, I'm so jealous of that work van, and I'm not, you know what I mean? Jealousy is a whole nother thing, but I love that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I love your work van, dude. It's so tacked out and badass.
Like I said,
and then your shit right here in the driveway. I mean, all those things. So like you're carrying when you're out there in your company, for example, you know, you can't have one of your employees wearing your logo at the bar or being a jackass or whatever. It's like, you got to carry yourself professional everywhere you go.
Yep.
And that's what you do.
Yeah, it's definitely a different thing, but I've caught grief from some people because they're like, "Oh, you'll speak up online and like say some stuff that like maybe business owners."
I love how you're a pit bull.
And bro, I don't care. I don't care because that's not a reflection. Like that's my ideals. I'm not gonna like if someone doesn't want to hire me because of like my ideals and how like I've never displayed like hate towards any groups of people. I've never but if you don't want to hire me because of something I said online or like something you saw that I did online, like you're not my client base. And it's like the people that were commenting on that video like, "Oh, you'd be giving me a discount if you put that in my floor." And it's like, bro, people looking for a discount aren't my client base.
No.
And that's just
let them talk because you're up here. Look at you. You're doing it like professionally and big time when they're not doing anything at all but hating on you and not staying in their lane, focusing in on their life, their dreams, their goals.
Yeah.
While you're doing yours and being a good dad and quit smoking cigarettes and you're flying like an eagle. So like what I want to say to that is the fear of failure. Look, there's people that like Neil that just do it and go for it and don't let nobody bully them in the process of starting a company. And like but you don't gotta go out there being an asshole because other people are being assholes. So you carry yourself professional and you're gonna deal with assholes. You're gonna deal with this, you're gonna deal with that, but you stay going, you stay focused on the prize. And then you get there and look at this man is very successful. You know, I don't want to put you out there too much, but you know, I was just at your house yesterday. I mean, you just got that in-ground pool, dude, that's looking so badass. I mean, good for you. Who like really likes hating on people for what they work hard for to get to do? You can't do that, guys. You can't be mad at somebody's success.
No, learn from
their success. So and don't hate. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do these days. I'm sick of sitting around with chickens and fucking sitting ducks. I want to go talk to the eagles and see what did you do to get your wings to fly that high?
That's exactly it. When you're too busy like hating on people and being jealous, you're never going to learn from them. And so like me and your cousin Nick, like one of our good friends and one of the guys that like took me in right when I got my license, and he's like, I can't get you a bunch of flooring work, but I got a lot of construction work and like and he used to do flooring. He made a good chunk in flooring and moved on to other things, but it's Craig Hamilton. And him and Lori are just pillars of the community, and he owns a good chunk of Neal Street, owns the big white bank building in town and like all this stuff. And working with him was kind of one of those things where like I saw what he had going, and it's like instead of being jealous, I was constantly like asking questions. It's like, how'd you do that? How'd you get to this point? And it's like,
and he wasn't someone that would enable you from growing either.
No,
so he shared that stuff.
No, he was super helpful. And then just asking questions from people instead of like hating on them and like being jealous on people. Like, I don't know, rub elbows with the people you want to be like.
Yeah, dude.
That's the only way. I see so many guys out here that like just kind of keep themselves down. Like, not saying you got to like not be friends with certain people or like, but I see so many guys keeping themselves down and not being able to achieve their potential. And because of the people that they surround themselves with.
And normally, like 9 times out of 10 of the people that are successful, when you talk to them, they're usually people that like to give you advice and teach you not what they did or what they do, but they're usually like to see other people happy and successful.
For sure. 100%.
So like they don't mind. People don't mind. Actually, a lot of people love sharing things with people.
Yep. I do it all the time. I've had plenty of people call me and say, "Oh, how'd you do this?" or "What, I'm getting ready to start this, and like, should I open an LLC? Should I do this? Should I do that?" And like, it shouldn't be secrets. It shouldn't be like kept on the sideline. You should share that info with people. And I'm always pushing people to like go, like I said, anybody approaches me with the thing, I'm going to be the first one in your corner, like, shut up. What are you doing? Go do it tomorrow. Yeah. And you're already late. Go do it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
And I had a little epiphany, like, wow, I'm so brave in so many different areas of my life. Why can't I be brave in these little simple fucking areas that I realized, stage fright, this, dude, like just being nervous talking on this podcast or being alone on it or being vulnerable or those are the things that actually help people when you open up and you, like comedians. Mm-hmm. When a comedian goes up on that stage and he gets it out of the way first and he just humiliates himself.
It's one of the most vulnerable forms you can make yourself is by getting on a stage, for sure. Whether it's music or comedy or like... Talk about like fear. Talk about like fear.
I'm going to get rid of them. I just haven't found a better home than this yet.
Dude, bird wrangling with the fly.
Yeah. For those of you listeners that don't know, I look like a race car driver with them checkered
Or on
flags
the
in my hair.
yeah. runway.
On the runway at the airport or whatever. Shut up. They really do love to piss me off.
But yeah, it breaks my heart because it not breaks my heart, but I see a lot of guys that like have so much potential and so much, like a lot of my old friends, you know, that I had to distance myself from, and it sucks. I think about it on a regular basis, man. Mm-hmm. I think about it on a regular basis, and I see them around.
But they will infect you and your path and what you're doing, and they will bring you down. Look,
there was one guy, and I won't mention names because I don't like putting people on blast like that, but
no doubt,
he was one of my oldest friends, and we hung out for decades, and I kept seeing him on the street and like walking around, and one day he just wasn't looking good, and I came up to him and was like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, not so good." And he's like, "I'm homeless right now, and I got that commercial building up on Loma Rica," and that was before I rented some of those rooms out to the local bands. But I was like, "Hey, dude, I got this commercial building, like I'll put you up there, you can stay up there, I'll put a bed up there for you and stuff, and you can stay up there, and you can come to work for me, I'll give you a job, and we'll get you back on your feet." And I'm like, the only caveat to that is I get to drug test you, and I want to drug test you because I can't have you in people's homes and being high. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "No, I'm not ready." And it like broke my heart. It's like, dude, you got a big ass opportunity right here in front of you.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And he just couldn't take it because he was probably afraid to fail. He's probably afraid to let me down.
Yes, all of the above.
You know what I mean? It's just like you can't let that stuff get in the way. That's what creates addiction. Like every addict, that's one of their biggest drivers is they're afraid to fail, but then they fail every day.
Yep.
And so it's just like the weirdest catch
ladies,
that you get stuck in.
We slip, we fall, sucks. Ladies and gentlemen. But I mean,
people that know
get
me,
back up, that's the progress. That's the strengthening. Like we all make mistakes, and you don't want to focus on the failure part.
No.
You want to focus on whatever the task is.
What you can have it.
Breathe through it too.
Yeah, what you can have from not succeeding. I mean, or what you can have from succeeding. You know what I mean? People that have known me long enough or like went to high school with me or whatever, people like I was an addict for a long ass time, dude. Pills, meth, coke, I'd take whatever the fuck you put in front of me, you know what I mean? But there's just a point in time in my life where I was like, I'm done feeling sick all the time. I'm done being fucking broke all the time. I'm done. This is what I want. This is what I need to do. Yeah. And it's like a lot of people come from families like that you just keep.
You're an actual real success story,
You just keep perpetuating that cycle because that's all you know. And there's no fault to that. I mean, it is what it is. You do what you're taught. But at some point in time, like my family name like means a lot to me.
Totally.
And it's like at some point in time, you got to break that cycle. You got to be the one that breaks it. And it's like now, you know, my parents, like, we weren't always like, there were points in times like my stepdad, the guy that raised me and was in my life the majority of the time. I mean, he was in and out of prison my whole childhood for selling drugs and doing all sorts of crazy shit. So it's like I saw both sides. There were points and times in my childhood where we had everything. We lived in the big lavish house. Boom, cops and SWAT pull up, and then all of a sudden we're on welfare and stepdad's in prison. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I saw both sides of the coin growing up, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to live like that. Like it's easy to go out and sell and like make money the easy way. It's hard to make clean money. Yeah. And you got to break that cycle for your family name. So my what drives me the most isn't just success for me. It's success for future generations of my family. Like my son only being 10 months old, bro, he's already got accounts set up.
Dude, that makes me want to cry.
When my kid's 25 years old,
that is beautiful.
He's going to be a business owner at 16. He's going to be a millionaire at 25. It breaks that whole cycle. My family name will change from this point on.
Man, you know I am so proud of you, Mr. Neil Daly. That inspires me right there, ladies and gentlemen. If that doesn't inspire you, hey, look, I mean, however vulnerable you want to be, but I know you, bro, and I know what you went through as a kid, and your dad in and out of prison, and this and that, and all the stuff that you've seen and dealt with, and you made that fucking choice, brother. Yep. You made that choice, and what you just said is beautiful. And look, I'll be the first Doty out of my entire family to go sober and get into recovery and show my kids what drugs and alcohol and let it all be known what it is, why it's dangerous, why you know, all these things. I'll be the first all my family, I don't know one family member on both sides, my mom or my dad, that are not alcoholics.
Right. And not knocking anybody that can't break that cycle, because it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you know,
just
do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard to fucking look yourself in the mirror in the morning.
Well, I have to. I have to break this cycle. Like you just said, brother,
Yeah.
I can't look at myself in the mirror like that no more in the mornings, like hungover. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
You know, my kids deserve more. What you just said just inspired me 10 times more today than I've already been inspired by you. Like the fact that you're setting up whoop, is that my phone? Generational stuff, like your kids set. That's what I want to do. And I feel like I am, I need to catch up big time. So like, of course, there's no other choice for me but to stay sober and focus on the success in life and the beautiful things. Just like, before you know it, I'll be working and making money again.
No, I believe in you, man. I believe it for sure. I mean, I'm the first person to cheer people on. Like,
thank you for giving me work here and there too. By the way,
of course.
You
I've seen you make major change, man, and that's what it's about. Is like just taking that first step and like just changing. And there was a point in time in history, like not so long ago, where like men, like you carry your family lineage, like your last name means a lot. Yeah. And I don't think you realize that. Some people don't realize that till you do have a genealogist like go and do your book and show you your family name throughout history. And you're like, holy shit. Like my family name, my brother Tom, he's my half brother, but we carry the same last name. He might have kids, I don't know yet, but all my other cousins that carry the Daly last name have all had girls. So I was sitting there thinking like, my family name's going to die with me and my brother. And like, so when
no more.
It hit even harder when I realized that Jacqueline was pregnant and we were going to have a boy. And I was like, fuck,
that just gave me the chills.
My family name's going to live. But there was a time where like men that were alive, like to carry your family name was to try to build an empire, was to try to build, not saying I'm building some empire, was try to better make your next generations better than you. And a lot of people come from families where that never happened for whatever reason. You just kind of all went in the same direction or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, that creates some of the failure thing too. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that creates like you get comfortable in being complacent and you get comfortable in just doing things how they've always been done.
I know. Tell me about it. It's unfamiliar. It's like weird. It's fresh. It's weird. It's new. It's like scary. But I'm actually, once you break into that whole realm, I'm getting more used to it, more immune to it, and it's more exciting. Mm-hmm. The more I do it, the more I'm open up myself, look at myself, and tackle these things. And then the more I tackle them, the more I alleviate some of the weight or the stress. And then I'm on to something else. Yep. And I'm just progress. Yep. And then before you know it, things actually get to go smoother and better, like in your dreams and your goals and what you want to do. They come to life. The more you participate in them, the more you wake up in the morning and do them. You're a go-getter. And my dad told me that. I was driving in his shitty old beater truck when we were kids on the way to Union Hill School. And I remember I wanted some new shoes. I was like pissed off about clothes or shoes or what I was wearing. And I was like, fucking snapped on my dad, dude. Like usually I don't snap on my dad because maybe my mom, but I was like, F this. And I want to be rich. Like, I want to be rich. Fuck this. Like, I hate being poor.
Yeah.
And he was like, son, people that are rich don't spend money. They save money.
Yes.
They work hard. They pay attention. They do this and that. You want to get rich? He said, go to school today and pay attention in school. Yeah. Start saving your money, get a job.
100%.
And blah, 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 blah. And so that pissed me off even.
Craig, back to that guy, Craig.
But he was right.
He told me one thing one time. He said, rich people don't have liabilities. They have assets.
Yeah.
And assets are properties, investments, businesses, things that make you money.
What did that Pac song say? He goes, get off your ass if you plan to be rich.
I mean, and there's some people out there that put the facade on. Some of the richest people I know and some of the richest clients I've had were extremely wealthy. You would not know.
Yeah, they're not consumers.
No. They're not wearing Gucci. They're not wearing Louis Vuitton. They're not driving the newest Mercedes. They don't got a Lamborghini in the garage. They don't, like, their money is all in other areas.
Dude, I know a couple rich people. I know a couple rich people, and one of them made a comment, something about affording something, or not affording, or buying something, or something being too expensive. And I wanted to snap on them. But that's it right there. Yeah. They're conservative. They're smart with their money, even when they're rich.
Well, and there's a fine line too. I mean,
how are you going to do that? Live a little. Yeah. Live a little. You got the money. Go. My mom taught me to live. Like, you could die tomorrow, so that's my problem. Now I have to learn this respect for money and budgeting.
Well, there's a fine line too. It's like you don't want to. And there's a thing called imposter guilt, and a lot of podcasters and a lot of famous people have brought this up on different podcasts, and there is a thing called imposter guilt where you don't feel like you belong where you're at when you start becoming successful or you start making good money, and you're like, it's like weird.
Oh, faking it? They faked it to get there, or what?
Well, no, not faked it, but you just it doesn't feel right to you because you spent so much of your life, and that ancestral shit has been programmed into your brain so much that when you start to it feels weird. It's like, it's called imposter guilt. Yeah, look it up. Like Joe Rogan talks about it. He's like, I have imposter guilt.
He's very humble. Yeah, he talks
like,
a lot
I look
of shit
at like what I've
things.
built, and he's like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
like I don't feel like I belong here.
Yeah,
and that's another thing of like
very famous and powerful over just keeping it real and being a good guy. Well, that's what people love and want.
They feel they're like, why do millions of people follow me?
Because you're real, and there's a lack on realness. There's a lack on truth and bravery.
For sure.
And people like you that.
I mean, it's even Bradley Cooper was on Joe Rogan recently, and Bradley Cooper was even talking about the actor. He was even talking about it. He's I have it all the time, like imposter guilt. Like I feel like it's weird to be, but that's another fear of failure. That's another, you know what I mean, thing where like you're afraid of either losing it or you're afraid of like, how did I get here? Or like, I don't know. You're always going to have a fear of failure.
Now I understand what you mean. Yeah. Like, okay, so listen, I had that, Neil. Now here I am at 42 years old, and I'm looking for work, this and that. I want a good job, right? I don't want any, because that's a waste of time. But anyways, my point is, I had that, Neil. I had back when and I've always pretty much had a job since I was 15 years old. Paulette's Country Kitchen, Humpty Dumpty, and then landscape, whatnot. But
yeah, shout out to the Castles for having a badass restaurant for so long.
Yeah, shout out to the Castles. Cool. Yeah.
That was the spot.
But see, the thing is then it got to like, years back, I was a grower. I sold a lot of weed in pounds, and I had a lot of fucking money, Neil.
Yeah.
And so I had that, not imposters, whatever you're talking about. That's the only time I think I felt it where I can relate it to.
It feels weird.
And so it feels so weird that I don't have much to show for it because I gave it away and I shared it with everybody, and I buy people this and I just go buy everybody had everything they needed and wanted.
Right.
And people still remember that shit.
Right.
Until I had nothing. And then the thing died on us all, and you look back and you go, hey, but it was a guilty feeling. And like, look, I got all this money, and I should have been saving it or doing it, but it just didn't feel like earned, like, or whatever you want to call it.
No, I get it.
For example, people like you, not you, but at the time, but maybe people like you were working their asses off at a job, making good enough money, but I'm over here
still hustling pounds on the side.
I know. But okay, let's say I know some friends that were working hella hard jobs with their families and this and that. Well, I had a job too, like A1 Stoves. I worked there for 10 years. I had my own window cleaning company with gutters, roofs, solar, and which I still have. It's just I'd have that money, and then I'd just be like, make it 10 grand in a day real quick. Have people come to my house and grab a 20 pack, and then I'm just like. And then I'm like going on a vacation to Kauai or something with my buddy. He's like seeing me do that. And I remember, I'm not going to say no names, but I remember him getting not jealous or must be nice type shit.
Yeah, get that.
To the point where I felt so guilty
that
I even tried to set them up to go to Kauai through hooking them up through people we know or Sadie's family or whatever.
Right.
I tried doing that type of stuff because of that guilt. So I totally know what you mean by that. But when I think that it's a clean, successful, worked your ass off hard to get there, do you feel any guilt?
Yes.
You do
all the time.
Time?
Not guilt
for your heart, but you earn it. You're not stepping on toes. You're not out there doing anything wrong.
It's not guilt. It just feels weird.
Weird.
When you grow up in a, if you come, does
it feel weird showing up in that badass whip you drive?
Yeah, it always feels weird,
That's
bro.
The
and I have to
Raptor I've seen.
I have to force myself to spend money on myself. It feels weird. Yeah.
Well,
I think maybe that whole thing that it just kind of clicked in my head, hearing Joe Rogan and other people talk about that, imposter syndrome, and knowing how Joe grew up and some of these other people grew up. I think it comes from people
humble beginnings.
That didn't grow up with that success in their life, and so you don't know what it is, and then you get it, and you're not comparing myself to obviously to those people, but it's even when you get more than you had as a child or more than you grew up with, to where you're not tripping about bills, to where you're not you're not worried about those things, and money isn't a stressor so much anymore. It fucking feels weird, man. And I've had to work with my therapist a lot, and I go to therapy. And
good for you.
I tell everybody
you need that.
Everybody should go to therapy.
Everybody.
Don't for one second think you're a whole individual that is above that.
Dude. Boom,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody can benefit.
Oh, I was just talking about that the other day.
And all this hardcore old man bullshit that's gonna die with the generation. That's gonna die with our parents' generation of the hardcore. Or just fucking shove it down. Oh, you're a pussy. Oh, just swallow it. Yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna get cancer at 60 and die because you shove all that shit down and you don't let it out and you don't talk about it. You know what I mean? It's
I was just talking about that, Neil. How even if you are that's a perfect example. Thank you, because I'm talking about therapy and people needing therapy, releasing demons, bad thoughts, history, all the way from childhood up.
100%.
So, but the whole thing, shit. So
it's instrumental to your growth. It really is.
Having a therapist, even if you're successful, ladies and gentlemen, everybody,
they all do.
Yeah, even if you're successful, you don't have demons, this and that. Just talking about once a week, maybe reflecting on your week, talking about your day, so you can stay.
And it's not going out. It's not going out and crying into a pillow and whatever. Some people having
a conversation you and I are right now. Yeah,
like I said, that old school tough guy bravado shit doesn't make you any less.
It doesn't exist inside of me.
It doesn't make you any less of a badass. Actually, honestly, it makes you more of a badass because you can be emotionally vulnerable.
Yeah.
And there's certain shit that you shouldn't bring to your families, and there's certain shit that you shouldn't bring to your friends, and there's certain shit that you can't put on.
They can't handle it.
You can't.
They don't even know.
You just shouldn't put it on them.
Yeah. And I'm guilty of that.
There's stuff that I would never put on Jacqueline. I would never put my childhood trauma, because she doesn't understand. Nobody's going to understand your trauma and your shit. Or going and talking to somebody and getting the tools. It's not just about talking. These therapists, they have tools that they can give you that you can use every day to make yourself a better father, a better brother, a better friend, a better businessman, everything. Since I started going to therapy, my whole, everything has changed. My thought process on myself, my thought process on the world.
So thankful for her.
All of it has changed. And it grant you, you have to find a good one.
Totally.
You got to find a good one.
But hey, listen to this part. So also real quick, think about, ladies and gentlemen, the wearing out your welcome on your friends and family, being so toxic, when you do have all those problems and you're going through all these painful things, and then you're just everyone you go around, you're bringing it up, so I noticed since I got a therapist, how I don't, how you doing today, Ryan? Oh, I'm good. Save them the bullshit. I have or I'll say, well, I'm going to spare you all that because I have a therapist, bro. Right. But just, there's a thing you're constantly telling, oh, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. And people don't 9 times out of 10 want to hear that or can handle it. And then you might chase them away. You might not be invited to the next little barbecue because you're so toxic and your energy is not fun or whatever. 100%. So take it to a therapist so you can work that out and then go be part of the crowd.
Yeah. And it's
Get it out there.
putting, you know as well as I do, like everything's energy, and to like go hippie for a moment, but it's real. It's real. It's the truth, dude. Everything's energy, and there's real life fucking vampires out there. They don't suck your blood.
Energy.
They suck your fucking soul and your energy.
Yes, they do.
And when you're around them all the time, it's exhausting.
Dude.
It's fucking exhausting. You leave the situation exhausted.
I took Ocean to the park
And it's
yesterday.
just like, fuck, I can't be around you, bro. I love you, but I cannot be. You suck the life out of me. You know what I mean?
could think of a person
and then you'll
right
give
now.
them advice. They come to you for advice. The thing, one of my biggest pet peeves.
They don't take it.
They don't take it.
They don't even fucking take it.
They go to 10.
You just wasted
they go to 10 people and they get the same advice, and then they're out there. You see them the next day doing the same stupid shit, and you're like, bro, don't even come to me anymore.
You took an hour of my day.
Yes.
I took an hour out of my time to give you love and advice and what I think or help you and lead you in a better direction or whatever the hell, therapy, and you're still just like, yeah. And then you hear them and you know what else I find out? Because I've been working a lot on not interrupting people, giving people a chance to talk, and I'm really hard working on that. And I'm realizing the success from that. But like, there's also those people that just, you notice they just want to hear themselves. They don't shut up. They don't listen. It's not a conversation. It's just like they just need to be heard. So they do need a therapist. Because a therapist will listen to everything you said, and a good therapist
Get it out.
will have listened to it all and have some good skills and advice to give you back after they've listened. So 100%. Like, not everybody can listen to you for an hour with your therapy is amazing. Like, it's saving my life.
Yeah. And that's something I've worked on a lot in my life too. And like, I don't know if I'm coming off like pretentious, because I know my faults, and I know like nobody's perfect, and I know how fucked up I still am. And it's always, if you're a person that like, the funniest thing about therapy is like, if you're a person that thinks you can't use outside stuff to like better yourself, like you've already kind of failed. And that
totally,
I used to be like that all the time too. And one of my buddies told me a pretty profound quote, and I'm trying to remember the quote right now, but he said, you're never listening if you're always waiting to speak. So it's like, if you're constantly, if you're never listening, you're always just waiting for someone to speak. Totally. And since he told me that, I realized that in conversations with people, to where like you look at them when you're talking and you can tell they're just waiting to say the next thing. Like they're not.
I was doing it a second ago with you, and then I was like, hold on, Ryan.
They're not listening. You know what I mean? And so it's like it's a work in progress. I've noticed a big change in how people perceive me and how I absorb information from other people. Is just shut the fuck up, listen for a minute, take it in, and then respond. And it's like one of the guys, I'm talking about other famous people and shit like that a lot, but like Elon Musk, he's always blown me away that when he's in interviews, and maybe it's a little bit of his autism or him being on the spectrum or whatever it is, but when people ask him questions, he is awkward pauses, sometimes for up to a minute, because he's processing, he's waiting. He's not just instantly
giving you fake news,
instantly just engaging. You know what I mean? It's like, no, he's genuine and thinking out what he needs to say and what he wants to get out. And that's what I think a lot of people are too quick to just talk over someone. And it's like, getting older, I mean, I guess probably everybody goes through this, but getting older, it's like one of those things where like, honestly, I don't like being around many people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people lot of people rewarding. Are like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like that. And there's very few people that like, I want to engage in a conversation outside of business and outside of like money. There's very few people that I want to engage in like heartfelt conversation with, because they're not present. They're not in the moment. You know what I mean? Totally.
And when you get into that mode of like, when you get out of your uncomfortable zone of like the fear of failure and you get into it, it actually gets better. It's exciting. And it's like, because I'm working on this song. I don't know. I don't want to get sued, because I'm working on this song, and it's like a Door remix, like a rap version of the Doors' "Break On Through to the Other Side."
Dope song. Yeah,
I'm writing song. "Break On Through to the Other Side," dude. I'm doing a rap version to it, and it's my biggest song right now that I'm working on, and I'm really giving it a lot of thought, and I'm not just rushing into it, but like has so much meaning to me because I've already broken on through to the other side, and it's been scary. I've been vulnerable. I jumped in. It's like jumping into cold water in the summer, or whatever. It's like jumping into the water. Yeah. Just get it out. Just jump in, get in, and then once you start swimming, it's like, you know, and you get out and you're refreshed, and then you're renewed, and I feel that way. And then you get in the habit of it, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, don't be scared of fear. Look, there's people like Neil that were scared to start doing this and do that, but kept going, and now
Still
look at
am.
him. And still is.
Every day.
So, hey, and that's true. Right there. It is a daily task to set your alarm, to write, journal, to do what you got to check in with you got to, especially if you get successful. Look, you got to deal with employees and shit.
Back to the Back to the beginning. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so if you're not willing to change that lifestyle, it's not just like, a couple days out of the week I did. No, it's every day. Every day. I get up and I'm grinding hard.
And if you backtrack in your life and you're grinding what you're doing, and then you slip up then you got to start all over, guys.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens to plenty of people. That's okay. And I don't want anybody that might be listening to this to like get offended if they're like a 9-to-5 or an employee thing. You can apply that. You can apply that to being an employee too. I know plenty of very successful people that are top of their company and making way more fucking money than I do.
Yeah.
But guess what? They apply that same theory. Just because I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be a business. No. Like apply that to every aspect of your life. If you're a bagger at the grocery store, apply that, then you're going to be a checker. Then you're going to be a manager. Then set your eyes on that fucking regional manager spot or whatever it may be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you can constantly upgrade.
It never stops having goals. And I think the thing that terrifies people so much about goals and
change.
I've spoken to enough people that like talking to them about wanting to start their own business is like looking at it. They zoom out too far and they're looking at this like fucking mountain.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need to go to the bottom of the mountain and you need to look at the sign at the trailhead.
Good shit.
Start your fucking path there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Pack your lunch too.
Oh my God, I can't do this. Like it's about, no.
Preparation too. What about preparation?
Yeah, for sure.
Preparation. You have a lot of preparation before you have to go do a job.
Yep.
Lots of preparation.
And I see a lot of.
You got to pack if you're going on that hike on that trail, you got to pack a backpack full of like gear.
And it's all these micro tasks that can be like extremely overwhelming to some people because they look at the big picture. But one thing that's helped me a lot was having a notebook, and writing all that stuff down, starting with the most minuscule fucking thing.
Dude, right here. So I've been telling people, a lot of people use their phones.
Whatever.
But I say, go to Staples.
I'm a paper pad kind of guy.
I'm a pen and paper pad mother effer, dude. Yeah. I swear to God. Like, look, and you know what? Your phones are small.
Right.
So you're trying to do this and that.
Yeah.
And plus you could put more on a piece of paper. You can look, dude, I could fill this thing in. I could have notes up here. I've been doing it this whole time.
But yeah, your brain, I think that especially people that have ADHD or OCD or anything like that, your brain starts getting too loud. And that was kind of, I used to do everything like from my brain. I used to just keep everything in my brain. And again, working with my therapist, she's like, that's why your brain is so fucking loud. She's like, you have a million thoughts in your head at one point in time because you're trying to keep track of everything. She's like, you need to write that stuff down. And then at the next day, open your page and start knocking it off one by one.
I don't survive.
I'll tell you, my brain has quieted down so much, dude, since I've started doing it.
Bro.
And I'm able to get so much more done in a day in a successful manner. In a
doesn't it feel good to like scratch when you go home and be like, boom,
it's an endorphin release for sure.
It is so good to scratch stuff off of a to-do list.
And I know everybody can do it because like I've seen my other brother, Talon Parker, that owns Bright Electric, like super proud.
Shouts out to Talon.
Super proud of him. You know, like all of us, he kind of had a checkered upbringing and was a knucklehead and in his younger years and stuff. And then he started hitting it hard and like working for other people. And then he was like bitching about his boss and his company, like fucking this and that. And I'm like, check it out, bro. You got two options in this world. Be a good employee, and there's nothing wrong with that, and move up in whatever industry or business you want to
Be a manager,
nothing
whatever.
wrong with that. Or shut the fuck up and put your money where your mouth is and go open your own thing. And he did. And he's only been in business for like 2 years, dude. And he's already got 2 employees crushing it.
Dude.
Kavika from KM Flooring.
Don't be scared,
Same
y'all.
thing. Like, Kavika's the man. We talk to each other all the
Love
time.
Kavika. Shouts out to Kavika.
Yeah, and we're in the same industry. You know what I mean?
I know, and you both are gentlemen.
Yeah,
That's what I got to
of
say.
course.
Hold on. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you can't be a successful person out there without honor. Both Neil and Kavika have honor. What is honor? Honor is like being respectful about things. And
Nobody's my competition. Like, this might be a contradictory statement, but I don't know how else to describe it. But nobody is my competition in this industry. You're either on my team or you're not.
Yeah.
If you're not on my team, or we're not, I shouldn't say my team. If we're not on a team together, I wish you the best.
Mm-hmm.
Go do your thing. Great. Have fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
but I don't see you hating out on people like they. Hey, what did you just tell me?
I am so proud of that,
listen,
dude. I'm so,
just the other day, what you told me. I don't see you hating on nobody, but I do remember what you told me the other day when you went down the hill to go pick up your flooring, and somebody was said that when you went to pick up the flooring, somebody was there saying that, oh, you must be doing good or whatever.
Yeah, because my competition,
taking all the jobs or something.
Yeah, they said my competition, a couple of my competitors had been in there and were complaining about how I'm swooping up all the work. And that's in the hardwood flooring industry. That's in the refinishing. I was picking up wood from a raw wood provider, you know. And I know I didn't even have to ask them who it was. I knew exactly who they are because they're not a team.
Yeah.
They think everybody's their competitor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Brian Brickner from Brickner's Hardwood Flooring, Guy Griever from Griever and Sons, Joe Bussell from J&J Hardwood Flooring, Kavika, all those guys. It's like we call each other and like talk to each other and like, hey, bro, there's a couple months back. I was like, fuck, hit Kavika up, and I'm like, bro, I don't have any roll coat. I don't have any moisture proof, and I'm fucking like, I'm screwed. He's like, come grab some.
You guys
and it's
are
like
awesome.
that's what it's
team.
about, is feeding each other.
That's a community too.
There's enough for everybody.
We all live in the same town and have kids and stuff. That's a community. That's looking out for each other. That's spreading the love.
If you think you're going to cast other people out and that's going to lead to you swooping up more work, you're fucking gravely
And not only that, but if you get caught being like that, then who's going to ever want to team up with you?
You know what? Again, back to Kavika and me, like, he gets me a lot of work and I get him a lot of work, and it's a symbiotic relationship.
Beautiful.
When I get, like, he doesn't fuck with raw woods and sand and finish stuff, right? So when he gets clients asking about that, he tells me.
Hell yeah.
We do cross lanes as far as like the faux wood world goes. We do both offer that surface. But when I get too busy, call this dude. This is the dude I would trust in my house. When I get carpet jobs, no, I don't fuck with carpet. Call this dude. He's the best in the industry. Yeah. And he does the same for me. So it's like having that relationship is far more beneficial.
Well, maybe these people out there can learn a lesson from that. People can learn from that. And you know what? Learning is beautiful. Like, nobody has to people get offended real quick and easily. But if you could,
I do too.
No. Hold on, I'm getting to this. So me too. I do too. So what I'm getting at is the less we do, and I'll just say, vulnerably, I'm the worst probably.
Yeah.
And then I let things go to my head, but I'm getting better at that. And what I'm bringing this up for is like getting offended or whatever. Like, don't be, to correction. You know, like. Learn stuff from things and from mistakes that you've made or someone else has made, and grow from it. Learn from it. It's because then you might start to turn around with your stubbornness and get some success. And you never know, dude. Things, once you start making the right choices, things heal. Like you might run into Neil or something, and then you guys are team working together like him and Kavika do. You can't be negative. You can't be a hater. You got to be positive. You got to have respect.
I've just never been that, but I've never carried that, and I always thought that was a weird thing to like carry, that like you like get upset by like another human doing good for them and their family name.
So weird.
It's fucking weird. Like
I just don't understand.
I love it. I'm fucking so happy that you're doing good and fucking. And I know the people, like anybody that may be listening that is one of those people. I know the people that are those people because they message me and they call me and they're like, "Fuck, bro, you're killing. I'm glad to see you're doing good." And it's like those people are on the top of my list.
Yep.
Because I'm like, these are the real ones that they don't let that get in the way. They don't have this weird fucking mental block in their head that like creates some like hostile environment just because someone has a nice car or because someone has so. Shut up.
Yeah.
Call on them.
Yeah.
And ask them how they did it.
Yeah. Like, don't be fearful or
do it.
afraid
Exactly.
to communicate.
Exactly.
Hey, I will say this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Just for your, the guilt of whatever I don't know how, you do things, amazing things for this community. So I'm not going to put you out there too much, but the amount, I won't say the amounts, but the amount of money and the stuff that you donate to the Christmas toy run and to the stuff and like you saved what was it, last year or the year before, you saved someone's Christmas. You've helped me out, but you know what I'm talking about. And you did something for somebody around the time when they're going through something horrible, and you saved their Christmas. I mean, you got them a Christmas tree, gifts, I mean, who knows what else with the amount of money that I took it to them. Yeah. But dude, you do stuff like that for people, and you can do stuff. That's what I'm getting at. Hold on. So like, that's what I can't wait to do is get back to my successful, because I just love doing stuff for people. I don't give a shit. Christmas is about giving. I love giving gifts. I haven't been able to. It's eating at me being broke, but I'm learning through this broke spell. I'm learning more respect for money. I got a budget, not wasting food. Lately, I've been teaching my kids about, hey, dude, I'm not going to spend $20 on this little Jersey Mike sandwich and have you eat half of it and waste it, and I'm throwing it out in another hour. And you're hungry in the next 20 minutes for something else.
It takes time and it's dedication. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not something that happens overnight. Like I lived a long time.
Yeah, but shouts out to you for all the things that you do for our community, Neil.
Well, that's what it's about for me. Not, and I'll sound selfish, but I don't even care. But first and foremost, it's about me and my family. Yeah. Secondary.
That ain't selfish. That's smart.
Secondary, it's about my community. Like I have to live here too. So but it's not, and I don't like donating. I get what places like Red Cross and like these big entities do for the world and do for shit, but I am so against some fucking cocksucker at the top having a 6-figure salary off of people hurting in the world. Dude. And like, cool, Red Cross does a lot of shit, and like, but you won't catch me donating to those type of organizations. It's not my thing.
Gotcha. And hey, so, you could donate to my podcast instead, brother.
And honestly, that's why I donate to people personally and put money in their hand. Because I know that it is going to they're going to use all. That's why I donate to Eric Oliver and the Toy Run, because I know.
Shouts out to Eric Oliver and the Toy Run.
Fucking one of the best dudes, him and his sister, and like everybody that's involved in that whole situation. Like,
God bless them.
Some of the best people ever, because the story behind that, and I could be butchering this, so sorry if I am, but was the Toy Run was going to kind of die. It was on its way out. The guy that was running it didn't really want to fuck with it anymore, and it was too much time, and Eric took it over and turned it into a thing that's like, dude, he was telling me this time around that his idea is to take down like the names of all the families that come through, and then during back to school, get all those families a bag of supplies and a pair of shoes. And it's like, it's fucking huge. And I know that dude is taking every goddamn...
He helped me out on Christmas 2 years
taking every goddamn dollar and putting it back into the community. So I'm way more likely to donate to people like that. Yeah. And where it's going to directly impact their lives versus some fucking dickweed making 6 figures at the top of people suffering.
And I say a lot of things while they're on my mind, but I really want to give shouts out to you on this serious thing. And this goes for everybody listening. Like, I'm really proud of you, and I got to say this, bro, because, yes, you're very successful, but there needs to be more people like you in the world that can professionally put your foot down to certain things, like assholes or like you're not a jerk or a fighter. You're not out causing problems, but you're not going to let people just bully you. And you stick up for other people in the process, and you do what's right, and you do it for the right thing. And I'm proud of you. And there needs to be more people like that. And You know, I learn.
Not always, bro. I've been a jerk and an
Oh,
asshole.
dude.
I'm sure there might be people out there listening to this
You remember
remembering some shit.
Dude, you and me were online. I said something asshole-ish. I forget what it was. It was like, you know, I had a problem with like all the rudeness in the gas stations and the liquor store, like the just everything. It's just really, it's a big change for me coming from the 80s, born and raised here, and now all of a sudden it's just it's like, wow.
For sure.
So it's kind of hard for me to accept. But you and me had like an hour, almost 2 hour conversation on the phone, and I was talking about this in a podcast the other day. And you and me became so much more closer brothers, understood each other more. You taught me some important things. Not that I taught you anything, but like other than how I really felt. And we were able to just get it out. That's why I won't say their names. You know who I'm talking about, but there's a couple cats online on Facebook arguing or fighting. And it's like, I was encouraging them to go have a talk like you and I did on the phone on sidelines. Shut up. Nobody wants to see you two talking all this stuff. And it is so pathetic because like it has nothing to do with them. What it has everything to do with all of us, right? The world. I get it. But like the way that they were going back and forth at each other.
We've all been guilty of that too.
Yeah.
But
you can work through things with just be cool, calm, collective, 100%. The approach.
100%.
Try to have some respect towards whoever you're talking with or going up to.
Well,
it should go better.
That's the thing that I've brought up to a lot of people and like talked to my lady about is like there's a thing called the man line.
The what?
What I call the man line.
The man line?
And you have to be really careful about that man line. And it's something that's kind of eroded over the past couple 100 years. But you think about like back in the wild, like there's a scene from Deadwood. If you've ever watched Deadwood.
Oh yeah. I got it all. I got every one of those on the box set.
There's a scene where Bullock and Al Swearinger get into that fucking brawl in Al Swearinger's bar. Fucking throws him over the railing, whatever. The fight's over. Bullock dropped his hat inside the bar. And Al comes out with his hat.
Which is important.
Al comes out with his hat. Bullock standing out on the street. Al comes out with his hat and standing on the porch, and he has his hat. And he said, "You dropped your hat." And Bullock goes, "I see that," or something like that. And he goes, "Is it okay if I throw it down to you?" And he said, "Yeah, that's fine." And so just even between two enemies,
fucking
there's
beautiful.
a fucking line of
respect.
Yep. And there's so many guys nowadays that cross that man line. And then when you get to the point of, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out. Whoa, you getting
pussy.
You cross the man line, bro. If you want to cross that line, Be
careful what you open your mouth and say to somebody because you might get knocked out.
You want to cross that line, that's fine. Cross that line. You know what I mean? But be prepared. And so nowadays, I think the internet has just made it way too easy to like cross that line and like not have to be face to face. Like, okay, I'm going to sock you up now.
Hey,
let's go down to the boxing gym and put some gloves on or something. You know what I mean? Like
save that thought for 1 second. Yeah. I'm going to take a piss real quick.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Okay, so the man line. Don't be crossing the man line, ladies and gentlemen. It might not exist these days. Hey, we're from the 80s, dog.
You can cross it.
Well, look, this
just
is what I got.
Be prepared.
Check it out. So I feel like, I'm born in 1983, and I remember this town, and I remember things were a lot different. Before cell phones, before certain video game things were built or made. I'm talking, I come from the 80s. 90s,
right?
A lot of drastic change. So that man line.
Basically,
what I'm saying is the generation. No, like for my grandparents, my dad's dad, who's rest in peace, and then my dad's getting old. He's in a wheelchair now. So like that man line, I grew up being taught that. I had that. Yep. I learned that. My dad was in the Air Force. His dad, I'm fourth generation Irish, and so that man line. It was taught to me. And so then now I'm at work with some millennials or some, Gen Zs or whatever. They don't even know what the fuck that man line means 100%. At all. And some of them do because they're raised by like I know Moose be raising his kids right. And shouts out to Moose.
Their dad taught him about that.
Oh
shit.
yeah. So
if you want to go there, but be fucking prepared for the consequences.
His kids, well, for example, dude, working with his kids, dude, they're like little gentlemen, badasses. Yep. I love them.
Yeah.
And it's because their dad's raising them right. But my point is that man line, you're right, Neil, it is very rare these days. A lot of people have been testing me lately, and I want to say this. We got to educate them on it and be good leaders and the whole approach thing. And leading by example and whatnot, because I'm learning that these, if you think about it, like this asshole over here that doesn't know the man line wasn't raised like we were.
Right.
So we kind of got to teach them.
Right.
Some people don't know the man line, and they're going to find that man line out. But yeah, it's really rare these days. And so, and it goes with women too. I want to say something
100%.
about, I won't even say no names, but there's a woman out there that I really admire, because she is not about hating on other women. She's about building other women up, and there's just no hater in her.
And she's probably pretty successful.
And she's very successful. And so, but that's the point, is like one time I called her, or I don't even know if I called her what, but one time I talked to her, and there was somebody that was hating on her, and I brought it up to her. You know, I was just kind of like, I'm just kind of like loyal to this person. And she was like, nah, like, I'm just going to be cool to her, talk to her, this and that. It was like, it's like the man line, the woman line, you know, it goes both ways, like having respect for one another. And then, holy shit, the whole man and women thing, having respect for and compromise for each other. It's crazy.
Well, it's that online thing, like, again, I don't like starting drama and shit like that, but there was a guy, and you know who I'm talking about. There was a guy a while ago, we've talked about him several times, that like he was saying some shit online, and I made a comment, and he got all pissed and blocked me, and then made a post on his Facebook page about, fuck this guy, if you're friends with him, he's a piece of shit, and all this stuff, thinking like people weren't going to message me and show me the screenshot of the post. And then when I saw him, because I'm like, it's cool, like we were talking about the other day about like stuff like that. Like, I'm petty. Like, I'll wait years to talk to you about something.
God damn it! Shut up.
Those birds.
Hey, I want to apologize to all the listeners for that. But anyways, petty.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I'm petty. Like, I'll wait years to confront somebody about something. I'll see you around. You know what I mean? I think like online's going to keep you safe, or talking through people's going to keep you like unsheltered from what I'm going to say to you. But yeah, it was a couple years later, and I saw him in SPD, and I'm like, "What's up, bro? You got something to say?" And he was all smiles and friendly.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I know who you're talking about.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, he's a warrior online, because I'm noticing it recently.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
And I'm trying to help out with that too. Like,
and that's that whole man line thing. It's easy to cross that man line, but in a small town, guess what? Like,
well, are you gonna, sir?
I got real close to him, face to face, eye contact. What's up, buddy? And oh, hey, buddy, what's going on? Those are the people I don't even want anywhere near my family or in my life or near my business.
I'm still seeing that occur now, and it's like, look, dude, can you say what's on your mind and look someone in the eyes to their face in person, or is it 100%. Only going to be on your Facebook when you're far away from them and 100%. You feel safe?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'm feeling like that's that's something that needs to be worked on. And I'm not talking shit. I'm trying to really be wise about how I put this. Like, this is also for that person in a kind way. Like I said, the approach.
Yep.
If we're talking shit about somebody here, which we're not. We're addressing something that took place and occurred. So examples. Yeah. So, you know, just learn from that.
Yes.
Like, the man line's important, and it goes for women too.
It does. It's just a respect thing, and it's like that level of respect has just been lost so quickly. It's like,
we got to get it back.
Yeah.
We can get it back.
There was a time
being nice. I think kindness is needed. More kindness is needed than like approaching people like, hey. Talking to people like, hey, can I pull you? I learned this in prison. Like, when you pull a man aside, or when you have a problem or an issue with a man, and you come out onto the yard, you talk shit. Hey, 100%. Look, dude, you go out onto the yard and you got a problem with this guy, and you walk up to him starting shit with him in front of the whole group. Yeah. That dude is gonna. You could get stabbed. You could think bad things can happen.
The whole group could fuck you.
Not just the whole group, but it's worse than that.
Yeah.
It gets really worse. It's weird, and it gets worse than that. But you go up, and I was taught, hey, youngster, come over here. Like, when you got an issue with somebody, you know, you come up to them, you approach them with respect, 100% respect, and ask them, hey, brother, can I talk to you for a minute? 100%. Can I talk to you over here for a minute? And go deal with your shit.
Yeah.
So I know that well, and I don't expect anybody else to know that well, but I do know that those people online that are sitting there and while everybody's watching, it's disgusting.
It's again, that whole behavior, like back to the original thing of this.
And they ain't going to bust a grape, neither of them.
No.
When it comes down to it, neither of them are going to bust a grape because they all got kids and families and they're going to make a better decision. So make that better decision online before you even open your mouth.
Right. And some of those people too, it goes back to the whole thing of like, not just fear of failure, but like fear of getting whooped.
Yeah.
And so they're like in their little safe spot, and it's like, all right, don't even speak up then. Like if you have that fear, otherwise like just say it face to face. Like,
totally, dude.
Anything I say to anybody, and yeah, I've said some shit to people online for sure, but I'll say it directly to your face. And I have plenty of time. I have no problem with
I've
that.
become immune to that, and I've also now I've added and applied something new to that, and it's called, like I said, my approach. So like, I'm fearless to say what's on my mind, right? You are too, but I've learned how to deal with it like with a more of a like, I know I'm not gonna reach this person if I come at them sideways.
Of course.
So I'm gonna come at them with respect, even though they don't deserve it.
Yeah. I had a local business owner recently that I've done a lot of business with, and over the years. And he does amazing work and like custom high-end type stuff for automobiles. And
I'm going to get rid of you birds. Keep going.
he always does custom shit. And like I've gotten him a lot of money over the years. And one of the last projects he did for me, building some stuff for one of my vans. And I kept having issues. With it. And there were things about what he did that wasn't right and was less than what he had done for me in the past.
Yeah.
And I knew that. And I'm like, the quality isn't what it was.
Yeah.
And so I gave him an opportunity and I said, hey, I want to bring this back to you. I really want you to remedy all these issues. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't like the products I've gotten from you before. And he said, okay, cool. And he did it. And then he changed some things on the vehicle without getting into too much detail. He changed some things on the vehicle that caused a whole new slew of problems with what he had done. And he's like, he fixed the original thing I came to him for, but he had fixed that by changing some other things that created some more issues, right? And I didn't realize it till a couple of days later. I'm like, this ain't fucking right. And I hit him up and I'm like, dude, his fucking instant response to me was this, 3-paragraph thing about, I've never had problems with that. And I've done this amount and this amount and this amount. And we've never had any issues and blah, 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 getting super defensive with me. And I kind of was like, hey man, that's not my deal. Like everything is fine until it's not fine with anything in life. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. I'm giving you, I'm not asking you to do work for free. I'm giving you an opportunity to make some more money and remedy this issue because we're having problems. Yep. I'll split it with you. Still super defensive. And I was like, I gave him a third opportunity and said, hey, check it out. Like, you're going to lose a lot of business. Like I've given you a lot of business and I've referred a lot of people.
Damn, you're giving him a couple warnings.
And I've referred a lot of people to you. I would like this fixed. Again, I'm not asking you to do anything for free. He doubled down and kept deciding to be defensive. And so it's like right there.
Like saying no?
Not no, but just like making excuses. Like trying to make it out to like it wasn't his fault.
Instead of facing the facts and solution to the problem.
Yeah. He was like,
solution instead of all this bullshit.
He was like, your vehicle's doing this and it's doing that and it's probably creating these problems. So I had my mechanic buddy come over and look at it and it wasn't. And what it came down to was that we found out that whole new list of problems was being created by something that he did, because when we took all the things that he had done and put them back to how they were before, the problems went away. And so after we had done that, I messaged, I said, hey, you lost a lifetime customer. I just proved that what you did had caused these problems. We eliminated everything that you had done and the problems went away. And so it's like, that is a perfect example of like approaching it in the right. He would have been like,
it's uncomfortable to have to take all that time out of your day to go do all that work, spend that money, get your mechanic just to prove somebody fucking wrong.
When I have customers that like a job goes sideways and it happens and they have problems and hey, this isn't right. Dude, I've had customers that fucking like, my cabinet door isn't shutting right in my kitchen, blah, 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 when you guys were here. And then I'm like, dude, we didn't, I'll say to them, hey, we didn't touch your cabinet doors. Like we were doing the flooring, and they're like, yeah, but it was working fine before you showed up and it's not working now. You know what my response is to them? I'll be by there first thing in the morning to fix your cabinet door. I know I didn't do it, but it's like that. And they're probably going to continue
Swallow
to be your
pride.
customer.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like,
And hey, real quick, they might even sometimes, and maybe not with that cabinet, but sometimes those customers do go back. I've had it happen so many times where I just kept my mouth shut and did what they asked, and it was polite about it. And they do come. I've had so many times they come back and they go, you know what? Oh, Ryan, dearie, you know what? I just want to apologize. It was my husband had moved something.
They end up admitting,
I just want to say thank you we realized that you just can't. Yeah, I do that all the time.
100%.
At Project Heart, they tell me, let's go do a good deed and not get caught.
Yes.
I love that shit.
Yes. And
it's integrity.
It is. And it's just, that goes, again, boils over. It's not just business. It boils over into your whole life.
Yeah.
When you
feels good too.
When you have friends that do that, or you have family members that do that, it's like, just, be humble, try to help the situation.
Or like they do at the Starbucks, how they do that pass it on thing. Just like
how
someone
pay
will
it
pay it forward. You're
that's
teaching
cool.
some love and some
For
kindness, and then
and there's a fine line between, or not a fine line, but there is a line. I used to kind of be like that, like these social media guys that like videotape themselves giving people stuff, and I'm like, oh, you're doing it for clout.
Oh yeah.
But then you look at like Mr. Beast. And you look at like this other guy, Zachary. He has like a Polish or a Russian. I can't pronounce his last name. But he gets. They do it in different fashions, Mr. Beast and this guy. But Zachary does it in ways where like he goes and acts like he's poor, and like, hey man, I don't have any food. Like, oh, he'll be shoeless or something, and then someone will end up helping him that like doesn't have shit. There was one cat that was like, oh, dude, you can have my shoes. And he's like, do you have any other shoes? And he's like, no, but I'll get another pair. And then he realizes how good this person is, and he ends up starting a GoFundMe for him. And he has like 7 million followers. So all these motherfuckers end up donating money because they saw the video. And then he goes and changes this fool's life. We'll show up a couple weeks later and be like, hey, so here's fucking $400,000 for you. And it's like, so it's like some people do stuff for clout, but then there's those people out there that it wouldn't be like, they wouldn't be able to do good things for people unless they did chase that clout.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's a fine line for that. But yeah, man, it's just
there's this pastor.
Be a fucking good person. Don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, there was a pastor sitting out of a church, dressed in homeless clothing.
I seen that, yeah. And his parishioners wouldn't. And then he went in and was like, "Check it out. I'm super disappointed in all of you."
Yep.
None of them recognized him.
Yep.
And he's like, "No." People don't realize like I'm not that godly I'm a godly person, but I don't like. I used to like be like not against Christians, but like laugh at people that like, oh my God, and blah blah blah. No, I get it now, and I do believe in a power that's greater than me. Whether it's a God or whatever it may be, I do believe in a power that's greater than me. But I mean, one of the greatest stories, whether you believe in the man's existence or not,
Jesus,
one of the greatest stories ever told is Jesus, whether you find it to be truth or not. That does not matter.
All the things, compassion, forgiveness, all of the things.
Who did Jesus kick it with? He kicked it with all the whores. He kicked it with all the lepers. He kicked it with all. Those were his people.
Yes.
And so there's
the lost sheep.
Yeah. And so my gal, her dad's a pastor. He's been in the church community his whole life. He's now down in Thousand Oaks in LA, but he's one of the most compassionate, kind, caring, loving, truly genuine individuals I've ever met in my life. And that's one of the big reasons that like Jacqueline always grew up in that community, that Christian community, because her dad was a pillar in the community. And this guy, he walked with Martin Luther King, and like was a part of that whole civil rights movement, and like he's got a cool history.
Shit.
Yeah, but even him, through some of our conversations, and even one of Jacqueline's reasons of why she doesn't go to church anymore, and not knocking people that do go to church, just kind of pointing out a thing of what you need to remember is I've come to find more people that don't believe in Jesus understand Jesus's teachings than people that do believe in Jesus. You know what I mean? Like they don't follow it.
Yeah.
They're super judgmental. They aren't going to help the bump. Like when I see my favorite thing to do with some of these homeless people hate seeing the homeless people and being asked for shit. But like, being at a gas station a couple months ago and I've done it quite a few times. This homeless dude's like, "Hey, you got any money?" And I'm like, yeah, I got money, but like, I'm not just going to give it to you. I'm like, all this trash on the ground, all this shit on the ground, pick some of that shit up. And when I come out, I'll give you some money if you want to. And you see the ones that are like genuine in their heart and like really down on their times, or they're pretentious assholes because they'll be like, fuck you, I'm not doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there's ones that, yeah, you come out and they fucking
Got a bucket full of
they got their
trash.
hat off and they got a bunch of cigarette butts and shit in their hat. And it's like, yeah, here's a 10 spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck,
It's like,
I'd give them more if I could.
you got to help people and you got to like,
Compassion. Hey,
Just try
even
to be
for
a
the
good
fucking
person.
ones, the sinners that have damaged, that are broken, I mean, having compassion on another human being. I mean, everybody is hungry. Yeah. Everybody needs some water. Now, I get it. There's people that are like, fuck that dude or fuck that guy. Mm-hmm. But what about you? Have you ever made, sir, ma'am, have you ever made a mistake in your life or done something wrong? Have you ever done anything wrong?
Right.
Because only you would know that answer to that question. But, you know, some people have done wronger than you, whatever.
We all have.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that don't feel like other people. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is evil in this world.
There is.
There's people you should.
And I'm a warrior against
You should
that.
just stay the fuck away from because
totally.
you can't help them.
You can't help them. Like the ones talking to themselves on the side of the street that might attack
like
you.
Like my boy, I offered him so much shit, and I said,
"Is he still?
I said, I just wanted to.
Is he still doing bad on the streets?
He died.
He died. Yeah. You have to tell me.
So I will.
Okay.
And so.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And it sucks. You can't. Like, you want to help people, but not everybody's ready for the help.
No.
You got to want to help yourself. And
you
I think that's the biggest.
You got to be ready. You done with this shit? Yeah. You want to be done? You feel like shit every morning? You're done? You get
And I
help.
think that's the thing of like
the fear of getting sober.
Right. And I think that's the thing of like having because like before I started Evolution and
shouts out to Evolution Hardwood Flooring.
Yeah, and I had I always had decent jobs where I made like okay money, but it was never enough. Like as far as like what I wanted to live a comfortable life. So like everybody else back then, you're hustling pounds on the side. People that know me know I was always hustling cars. And
dude, you used to flip cars, bro. I forgot about that. Dog, one after another.
Do anything I could to make $1,000. Not anything I could, but
I'd be mad at you sometimes for selling the one that you just did something so dope to. I'd be like, you already sold that shit?
Yeah. But
sorry.
That thing, no, it's fine. That thing that like people that they want more, but they're like so afraid to go out and get it.
Yeah.
They're so afraid to like make the moves to do it. If you're unhappy, and like anybody listening to this, if I could leave anybody with any one thing, if you're unhappy in your life, if you're unhappy in your financial situation, if you're unhappy in your current work situation, this is a capitalistic society, and the one most beautiful thing about capitalism is you are in control of what you want. Bottom line. Otherwise we wouldn't have all these self-made millionaires and self-made billionaires. Some of the richest dudes I know are first generation immigrants that came here with nothing, and they're fucking millionaires now. Ooh. Because they came here with a plan, they came here with an idea, and they executed. They were sick of how it was, and they followed through. You know what I mean? And
some people have to hit that rock bottom,
and just know that you can do that. You know, like I said, if you're an employee and your life, you're comfortable in your life, and like, more power to you. That is amazing, and that's what it's all about. But if you're unhappy, you don't like your work, you don't like the way your life is going,
stop spending money and wasting money on stupid shit.
You're always struggling financially and stuff like that. It's like, do it. If I can do it, dude, I fucking have a 10th grade education, bro. I was a fucking meth head in high school and fucking doing hella drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these people that think you got to go to some crazy college or like come from, nobody helped me with this shit. Nobody taught me this shit. Nobody. I did it myself. And
Tyler Olam, he's out there doing some
me.
Crazy stuff now too, learning, and he was self-doubting himself. Look at him, he's out there doing some crazy.
And me and Tyler briefly talked about that one time about like, just, you know, having just go do it.
Yeah,
just go do it. Just shut up and do it.
Yeah,
and you're talking about
He's smart.
You're talking about a dude that can get on stage in front of people, which I could never do.
Exactly.
So it's like you already got the power to go into a space that a lot of people won't go into. Keep going.
Exactly. Oh, see, right there with my fear. Like I'm brave about some crazy shit other people aren't, and I had somebody tell me that through Project Heart. They said, "Bro, I just want to say this, like, look at you. You're the type of person that I see that like doesn't look like they're scared of anything. Mm-hmm. And I go, oh, you're wrong, buddy.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, but that's my point. If you could take that fearless and brave energy that you have to go help somebody or stick up for somebody or
100%.
whatever the hell, all these things, then you could go on stage and say that speech that you want to. Like, because I'm telling them I'm nervous to speak in these meetings, and I'm already getting better at them. Started out
public speaking's hard.
It started out keeping my eyes down and shaking. Now I can look around at people, give eye contact, talk. I'm getting better at it, and before you know it, I'll be real good at it. And then I'm going to I'm going to do what it is that I was created to be, to help others. Like, I have a lot of stuff to teach people and share with people, the experience that I've been through, raw experience that others have never come close to. So, and also want to prevent, like prevention, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, helping people can really make you like understand quickly.
I've been waiting for you to come on because the fear of failure just ties in with all, like this little author we had writing her books, wanting to bring her books into real life movies. And then just all these people I see started. Matt started his company. A lot of people starting to do it. My buddy Matt Collins, shouts out to Matt. He just started his company, and then just a lot of...
That name's super familiar. I probably know him.
You might know Matt.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Anyhow, a lot of people are starting to, do things, and that's good. So I encourage more people to not be scared, and that was why I was glad for you to come on and talk about all that, because you are a success story. Like, I look at you and go, this is one of my brothers that I grew up with, that I do remember everything about you, and wow, man, it's amazing.
It wasn't always.
I'm fucking proud.
It wasn't always this way.
But you are your worst enemy. Like, I am my worst enemy, and us type of people always have to hear it from somebody else. So I'm fucking proud of you. Yeah, I'm fucking proud of you.
And I some people that like say like the it must be nice thing, and it's like, yeah, motherfucker, it is nice. I fucking struggled and
work your ass off for it.
My first year of business, I worked 295 days straight. You know what I mean? My second year of business, I worked 250 days straight.
Dude, that shit's heavy. You had us loading the other day.
I grinded.
You do that every day.
And grinded and grinded and grinded and grinded. And it's one thing I'm coming, like, you have to be careful because you can end up fucking yourself up like I did health-wise.
Grinding yourself into the dirt.
Grinding yourself in. And where that came from was from me having everything as a child, and then SWAT coming in and taking everything.
Yeah.
And so I've been in this fight or flight motion almost my whole life. Like, as I build shit, I'm like, I need to secure this. I need to make this stronger because it can be taken at any moment.
Yeah.
And, my therapist, back to having a therapist, that was one thing that ate at me and literally caused me physical illness. That I never knew what was going on in my head. And that was one thing my therapist, we had an epiphany moment together of like, that is why, she's like, that's why you do that, is because you're always afraid that it's going to be stripped from you in a second. She's like, you're not a drug dealer. You're not doing things that are going to put you in prison. She's like, that's not going to be stripped away from you. And it was like, when she spoke those words to me, I was like, like, wow, like a sense of relief. Like, wow, I never thought about that. You know what I mean? So it's like, folks, deal with your fucking trauma.
Your trauma,
deal with your childhood, man.
Yeah,
deal
with your shit. Childhood up.
Yeah, no, it's like, and
when your brain's doing most of the developing and the scarring and the PTSD.
Yeah. And everybody's parents, like, besides parents that were like my parents never whooped me, or like I was never like abused or any of that shit. So anything aside from parents that were like whooping their kids and shit, that's fucked up. That's a whole nother level of shit. But we gain everything from our parents and from our childhood, and the quicker you fucking understand that, the quicker you're going to be able to move past those things that hold you back. That it's not your parents' fault. Yet my mom she's one of the most amazing women I've ever met, I've ever known, and she did her fucking best. She truly did her best. But some things created problems for me later on in life, because that's the way I deal with it. Figure it out. Get to the fucking bottom of it.
My therapist, and before we get you out of here, like, my therapist, bro, it was insane. I laid on my back on this heat pad, and she did a little smudging and clearing and this and that. And but dude, it was like physical demons, or not just demons, but just like the fears, all the like childhood memories, my mom, everything at once, so many things. It's like my mind was going since I was like a little boy to like, and it helped me because I went back and I'm like, that was a time when I actually do love myself. I remember myself. I remember playing baseball in the front yard with dogs around me. I remember before my little brother was born. I remember when he was born. I remember watching the Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters. I remember mom and dad kissing in the kitchen and my dad slapping her butt. They still loved each other. I remember being in the vehicle with all four of us. So I had those memories and I smiled. And those memories also helped me go, damn, dude, this world is a bitch, and it is set up with sin and all these things to just destroy ourselves. And when you're innocent and you're young, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, dude? When you get older, you have to go back and heal yourself and you have to heal yourself and go, hey,
you don't have to, but if you want to live a life that's not torment.
And I didn't even know certain things. I didn't even remember certain things that were like things that like I'm really considerate of others and things like that, but not things that have been done to me. I'm like, damn, I'm pretty tough. Like, but really, do those things affect me in my life? And I had to think about it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
100%.
They've changed. No, they've ruined my whole life.
Yeah. Never compare, like, and that was one of my problems too, is I'd tell my therapist, is like, I wasn't beat as a kid. I wasn't like sexually fucked with. I wasn't like any of that shit. So it's like, I'm like, my childhood wasn't that bad. And she's like, yeah, but it was.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking got abandoned many times. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden your stepdad's in prison and we're moving off to Montana to live in on my grandma's farm, or to fucking our whole life uprooted. Fucking. And,
that did fuck you up.
It fucked me up big time. And I never knew. I never thought about it like that. And that's why it's a good thing to go to deal with those fears and go.
Well, they do specialize in reaching in.
Your childhood is everything. And there's several parts of you. Like, if you read any books about like what Freud learned and what he taught other therapists and stuff, is you have multiple parts inside your mind. And one of them is a child and one of them is a protector. And so if you come from a space where the child wasn't protected, like fault of the parents or no fault of the parents, if the child wasn't protected, that protector is going to take over in your life and it's going to run your life. And you can't let the child, and you can't let the protector take over your life. You have to allow them to talk to each other. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do in therapy, was like, let the protector, like, to be
my defense mechanisms, my walls.
I would get frustrated with my therapist because she'd be like, okay, I want you to close your eyes and recognize that protector part of you. Like, do you see that image of you? And yeah. Okay, do you see the image of you as a child? Yeah. Okay, can you talk to that child? Can you tell that child, it's okay. This isn't going to happen to you anymore. I got you. You're safe. Bro. Bawling like a fucking baby, bro. Like, no joke. And it's like shit like that. Every man needs to go to therapy, no matter how fucking sound you think you are.
Yeah.
Go to a good therapist and you'll have a fucking wake up call.
Yep. You got tears in my eyes right now because I was thinking about that. It's like I've had to learn that self-talk so much. You know how the people talking to themselves on the road? So I have a hard time doing the self-talk thing. It made me feel, but now I'm finding it's the most helpful thing. Like,
you have to talk to those parts.
I went, Ryan, calm down. This and that. I've been doing that lately. So when you just said that, it made a lot of sense to me. And it is helpful because it's like, hey, little Ryan or whatever, like when I did go back and see the little me, I was like, man, there's video footage of me. I always had parakeets and birds since I was a little baby. My mom's always had birds, but there's video footage of me jumping and singing, and I look just split identical to Ocean. She's just always jumping, singing, dancing, playing around, and that was me, and then that fucking me died.
Yeah.
It died. And I haven't seen him since. Yeah. And I have. But that's crazy because I just recently did, and it was through my therapist. And it's real. So helpful.
It's real.
Not even scared of a lot of things now.
Yeah. No, it's real. Identifying those parts. And I fought my therapist for the longest time. I'm like, I can't. like when I picture that person, and like she wasn't getting like frustrated with me, but she's like, Neil, you have to do this in order to grow.
Yeah.
And I hated
that part.
And I had this block up to like where I can't talk to these parts. Like, it's fucking weird. What do you want me to do? You want me to talk to two fucking different things in my head? Like, that's some psychopath shit. She's like, no, you have to do it. And there was one session in particular that I'll remember for the rest of my life, but where I actually saw it and was able to communicate in my mind to that little child. And once you recognize that they're there and they drive the majority of your life decisions, you think you're a fucking adult until you realize, like, oh shit, this child is driving a good portion of what I didn't have, what I want.
Or like those two arguing. I see so many adult children.
Yeah.
Well, I see so many adult children.
Yeah.
All the time, every day. And to the point where it's like, hey, children, quiet down. Or even in my meetings, like in the classroom, like kids in a classroom, like, hey guys, we're having a meeting, and you two are over there on your cell phone talking about your girlfriends or showing pictures of this and that on Facebook. It's like, yeah.
No, it's real. And, yeah, any guys out there, I'm all about women too, but I'm not a woman, so I don't know what women's struggles are, and I won't pretend to know what women's struggles are. They're very complex creatures. Men are very simple creatures. And any guys out there that may be listening that just, go talk to somebody, man. I'm always trying to check in on my boys. And we just lost a guy recently, and I won't get into too much detail about him, but he passed away on Christmas morning, really early. He took his own life, and was one of the most happy-go-lucky, smile, shit-eating grin on his face, always cracking jokes. And it's like, you never know who's struggling the most.
No, you don't.
And but yeah, back to the failure thing. I mean, the one thing, I told you this, my favorite, most inspirational quote ever, and he's one of my favorite fighters because of how he could talk and what he brought to the UFC. He kind of brought this different type of entertainment that may have came from like pro wrestling, like WWE type. His shit talk was fucking hilarious, but it was a show for him. But it's
I know who you're talking.
Chael Sonnen.
Yeah,
love the fucking guy.
You told me about this before.
Funniest fucking dude I've ever met, or ever not met, but ever seen as a figure. But what
did he say again?
One of the things he says, and everybody should listen to this and say it to yourself multiple times, because it changed my perception on everything. And he said, they'll tell you failure is not an option. That is ridiculous. Failure is always an option. Failure is the most readily and available option at all times, but it's a choice. You can choose to fail or you can choose to succeed. And so nobody's holding you back. It's a choice inside of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's one of the beauties of living in America.
Yeah.
Is you have everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Everything. So
yeah, that's powerful truth.
Get out there and get it. And anybody that listens to this that knows me, even if you don't know me, hit me up, message me. I'll talk to you about success, and I'll talk to you about what to do to open a business, what forms to fill out, who to go talk to, how to start an LLC, how to protect your assets, how to separate your home.
Yeah, you're a big part of this community too, brother. And you're always welcome to come on here anytime. And thank you so much for coming today, bro, because I've been waiting for you. I've even told the guests.
I know, I've just been so with the kids.
Oh, no, you're busy.
Work and
no, that's why I'm
crazy,
saying thank you for making it out here and blessing the mic and the listeners.
This is the first weekend I haven't had like a list of like a million things to do. So I'm like, it better be now.
Yeah, and the only thing really that I wanted to touch on today, other than our topics and stuff, was this. I'm following this walk for peace out there, and it is so cool. It's like it's like it's amazing. Like with all the stuff going on, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A walk for peace like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. And it's getting all kinds of other people to start walking with them on the sides of the road. It's beautiful. I love it. I just want to say shots out to those folks out there doing the walk for peace.
Well, it's hard to be peaceful, and that's one of the biggest challenges. Like, I have become definitely a more religious person or spiritual person, but one thing I found the most challenging on my journey to that, back to me believing in a God, but not being pretentious enough to try to put a face on it and say that my God may be right and your God is wrong. But one thing that I've learned from all religions, and that reading books about Buddhist monks and books written by Buddhist monks, is that God is love.
God is love.
God is not this dude up in the like peace and harmony will be on the earth when they got us all so against each other now. And it's just like, and it's a fight every day, and I catch myself doing it all the time.
Well, you said it earlier, Neil, and it's called a cycle.
Yeah.
And that's why I love the whole story of Jesus Christ, because in this cycle of chaos and hate and anger and all this shit, the only thing to break that cycle is forgiveness and compassion and turning the whole idea of Jesus turning the cheek.
Yeah.
Like, being the better man, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Like, okay, we could keep this fucking fight going, or I'm going to come over here and be like, yo, hit me. Or get it out of your system because I love you and I give up. I give up on this fight and this war, and I'm going to walk the peace walk, and I love you.
Just because
what are you going to do about that? I love you.
Yeah, just because you don't like somebody or don't prefer to be around. There's plenty of people I don't like out there, but
yeah,
I still have love for them and their existence and and what they are. Yeah. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget about. Compassion and love can go a long fucking way.
So much further than anything else. Love is the highest vibration.
Yep. So love each other, even if you hate somebody. Put some piece of love in your heart for them. Even
Make
if
an
it's
effort
a small
somehow.
little piece, something,
Yeah. And some people are toxic and difficult to where you need to
sure.
protect your sanity and your peace. And
but you still love them. Back to those friends.
Pray for them.
When I got clean and when I got away from that whole scene of just drugs and partying all the time, it was like one of the most heartbreaking things I ever had to do, because it wasn't about for me, it wasn't hard to get clean, and not everybody's path is different. For me, it was just I didn't want to do it anymore.
I bet you're a lot more stronger with that now, being a father.
Yeah, I don't even get anywhere near any of that stuff. But was letting go of a lot of those people that I just knew would never get out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I knew that
it hurts,
and you root for them, and you want to see them do good. But I had to let go of a lot of really good friends and a lot of really good fucking people.
Mm-hmm. Pray for them.
I can't have you in my life. There's too much of a chance of me going to prison or me becoming an addict again, or for being around you.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And I see so many guys in this county that we all grew up with, and we all, you know what I mean? That still you see them struggle and strive and keep doing good. And then boom, they fuck up, and then do good, boom, fuck up. What's the common denominator in every one of those situations? They go and hang around with those people that don't have like mind.
Yeah.
So if you want
you
want to get clean, you want to get sober, you want to succeed, only hang out with people that want to do that. Love them, everybody. I love you, dude, but we can't fucking be. I can't be around you anymore.
I gotta hurry up and drop this one song I already did. It's like, it starts out like, I'm sick of kicking it with chickens and sitting ducks, something. So I fix my wings up. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm done, bro. I'm so sick of hanging out with people blabbing their fucking mouth. What is the solution? Dude, I get really frustrated in conversations with people. Like, I'm looking at them like, whoa, where's this going? Where are you going with this? I need to get back to my daughter. You're just talking. What is this doing? You're sucking my time. Fuck.
Yeah.
But you still got to be compassionate.
Yeah. For sure. And it's not, you don't have to dislike those people, but it's just not, I don't have space for you in my life anymore. Nothing personal, but my life has changed from your life, and I don't have space for that.
What you got going on today, dog?
Yeah. Unless you're bringing positive shit into your life and bringing positive shit into my life, and we can exchange that positive. I don't have time for you.
Yeah, Eagles. I'm going to fly with the Eagles, man. I ain't sitting around with no chickens or sitting ducks.
Yeah.
I can't. I apologize and love those. And I'm not even talking shit. It's the truth. You could... And my brother's got chickens over there. I step outside the front in the front yard, you'll hear them. They're just all pecking around at the ground at bugs and stuff, hanging out, talk. I'm a fucking red-tailed hawk, bro.
Yeah.
I'm up in a tree trying to learn how to be a pterodactyl. And what's next after that, you know? Spaceship, who knows?
But yeah, again, anybody that might be listening to this that's thinking about opening a business or doing it, just fucking do it.
Yeah, like if you can jump out of an airplane and skydive, or you can go and do crazy stuff like that, you could go get a therapist and talk about your feelings.
Yep.
Hi, baby. You want to say something?
Little Miss Ocean.
Get up here, you.
I just made you a picture of you and made you in a podcast, and I made you that.
Oh, my goodness. I love you. You're the best. Well, we're going to get Uncle Neil on his way with his day. And a beautiful number, 143. We did an hour and 43 minutes.
It's funny when you get home when you have kids, and I never realized, like, I always like going home and like, because I have my own little world. But it's like when you have kids, it's like you fucking can't wait to get home. Like my day now is like, how quick can I get home?
Exactly. As soon as you get off.
How quick can I get back to Jacqueline and Dax? You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like,
We love you,
it's
Dax
crazy.
and
It's
Jax.
a whole different thing.
Hey, wait.
Dax and Jax.
Yeah, when you get out, when you take off, me and her, we're gonna get out of here, go to the park. The sun's
Sweet.
shining. We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna go do something.
Yeah, you guys will have to come over for a pool party this spring.
Oh heck yeah! Enough said, bro. Hey, wait, baby girl, wait till you see Uncle Neil's new pool.
Yeah.
Hard work pays off, baby. Paying attention in school.
And that feels guilt. Like I feel guilty for that. Like even putting.
What are you talking about?
Bro, it's weird. It's like I try not to, but it's just like
donate to the Grass Valley podcast.
With so
and
many
don't feel
people
so guilty.
struggling and shit, you know,
I'm
it's
just
like,
joking. Hey, don't be pressing those buttons.
yeah, it's like you feel guilt,
you
but
can have that.
everybody deserves that to be successful and to feel that guilt.
And what were you
of
saying
success.
earlier? It's all on choice, and it's all about you. If you're walking, breathing, and this and that, and you could do it.
Do it.
You know?
Do it. Don't fuck around. Don't think twice. Do it.
And therapy is a good thing to have, ladies and gentlemen.
The best.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, brother.
Love you.
Thank you so much for coming and do this. I'm all about helping people and positive messages, and this was a great one.
Yeah, of course.
Come back anytime.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Evolution Hardwood Flooring. My brother Neil Daly is the best.
Oh, yeah.
Professionalism, ladies and gentlemen.
And shout out to my guys for making that possible.
Yeah.
And everybody in the community, I can't say this enough, like everybody that spreads my company's name and spreads my name in that industry, like literally I wouldn't fucking have shit if it wasn't for that. And that's something that almost brings me to tears at times, is realizing like what my community has done for me. So everybody out there that spreads my name and everything, it's like I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for those people.
Yeah, you know what? Shouts out to
deal.
we're all a community, and we are stronger together. Together we are stronger, and
For sure.
hating doesn't get anyone anywhere.
When I donate to families and sponsor individual families and hand money directly over to single moms or single dads and stuff, I don't ask you your political views or your religious views.
You didn't with me.
None of that matters. You know what I mean?
didn't even
Like,
expect that.
Just help people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're fucking Trump.
ladies and
if they're a Trumper, they voted for Biden or whatever. Just help people.
And you know, listen,
help
some people like you, or some people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that help people, like say they give you some money, or they try to help you out or get you ahead. You know what? Most of those people, all they want to do is see you succeed. So don't take advantage of their kindness or what they give you. They want to see you get to the next level. So
What I want to see is for them to succeed and turn around and do that to somebody else.
Exactly. To give back and do the same thing. And, you know, some people don't want to be paid back. They want to see you go and pay.
I don't
help
care
somebody
about
else.
that.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. But yeah.
All right.
Help your fellow man. All right. Love you, brother.
All right. Love you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. God bless you.